I think too often we sit around waiting for happiness to come to us. We expect life to just hand us moments of joy as if happiness is something external that we stumble upon. But here's the truth, stop waiting for life to happen. We get so caught up in our daily routines that we forget to appreciate all the beauty around us. And I don't just mean the obvious things like sunsets or nature, I'm talking about the beauty in simply existing, in walking through your day and recognizing that you're a person who has the ability to create change in your life and in the lives of others. If you want to smile today, you can. If you want to make someone else smile, you can do that too. It's about embodying life rather than just observing it. I've said it before, stop trying to see life and start trying to be it. When we rely on external things to make us happy, we lose a lot of control. It's like trying to anchor yourself to something unstable. The world around us is constantly shifting, people change, circumstances change, and if we place our happiness in things outside of ourselves, we're bound to be disappointed. Instead, we need to find happiness within. It has to come from the inside, not from external sources. I think a lot of times we try to force happiness through external achievements, whether it's reaching a milestone or acquiring something we thought would make us feel complete. But the truth is, even when people get what they want, that happiness can fade quickly. It's fleeting because it wasn't grounded in anything internal. In my own experience, a lot of things have recently turned around for the better, and I'm grateful for it, but I was already feeling grateful long before those changes happened. My happiness was already growing from within. I can't fully explain it, but I realized that true happiness comes from how we approach life on a daily basis, not from what we receive from the world. I'll give you an example. The other day, I was in a social setting and I found myself in a negative mood. I didn't want to talk to anyone, I was frustrated for no clear reason, and I felt like I was wasting my time being angry. So I took a moment for myself, went to the bathroom, looked in the mirror, and tried to figure out why I felt that way. When I realized there was no real reason for my anger, I decided to change my approach. I went back out, started cracking jokes, being goofy, and just being myself. That decision completely turned my night around, and I ended up having a great time, all because I made the choice to generate my own positivity instead of waiting for the world to give it to me. That's what it means to be the life instead of waiting to see it. If you're always letting external factors decide how you feel, it's going to be a roller coaster and not always a good one. The world has both beautiful and challenging moments, and if you rely on the world to provide your happiness, it's never going to be consistent. Instead, you need to create your own happiness internally and project that into the world. It's also important to recognize when you're creating your own darkness. Sometimes we sit in negativity, low self-esteem, or low self-image for no real reason. In those moments, we need to understand that we have the power to turn things around, to stop dimming our own light. A lot of my happiness comes from just being genuine with myself. When I can fully express who I am without holding back, that's when I feel the best, and the only way I got to that point was by learning to trust myself, trusting my morals, my spirit, and just letting myself be. Letting yourself go doesn't mean not caring about anything, it means freeing yourself from unnecessary restrictions while still respecting your responsibilities. I was talking to a friend last night and I mentioned how the happier I get, the less I stress about things like school. But at the same time, I'm more responsible because I know what I have to do. I've learned to get my work done early so I can fully enjoy the things I love. It's like we're all constantly trying to get back to ourselves, to reconnect with who we really are. The first step is grounding yourself in the moment and in your own sense of self. Stop looking to the external world to define your worth or identity. Sure, other people can help shape your perspective, but they don't define you. You have to do that for yourself. Otherwise, you're building your foundation on something unstable, other people's opinions which can change in an instant. I think we've all experienced moments where one negative comment outweighs 100 compliments and it throws off our entire mood. That's because we're not validating ourselves. It's about looking in the mirror and telling yourself, I'm exactly where I need to be and I'm still growing. You need to ground yourself in the present, not in the past or in what others think. I was literally thinking earlier today about how long this happiness I'm feeling will last, and then it hit me. It's not about something that could fade. My happiness is rooted in who I am right now, in doing what makes me happy in the present moment. It's not tied to past events or external achievements, so it can't really be taken away. That's the key. Stop expecting the external world to make you happy. Start creating your own happiness from within, and let the world reflect that back to you. Life loses its beauty when we fail to be ourselves in the moment. If you're angry and you go to a museum, you're probably not going to appreciate the art. Life in many ways is like art. Everything we see, how people express themselves, architecture, music, everything is a form of expression. But if we're too wrapped up in our own negativity, we miss out on all of that beauty. It's not about the grand gestures, it's about the small choices we make every day. It's the discipline to keep moving forward, to choose positivity even when we don't feel it. That creates a fulfilling life. Motivation might come and go, but discipline is what keeps you grounded. It's about choosing to show up for yourself, even in the little moments. If you're constantly waiting for life to happen to you, you'll always be chasing something. Instead, focus on making life happen right now. I'm not saying spend all your money on a spontaneous trip and come back broke. I'm talking about balancing logic and emotion, being mindful while also allowing yourself to experience life fully. At the end of the day, it's about stopping the wait. Stop waiting for happiness, for success, or for life to start. You have everything you need right now to make the most of it. If you're passionate about something, go all in. There's so much out there waiting for you, but you have to make the move first. Don't wait on life to happen to you. Go out and live it. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you, and the support has been incredible. Keep being intentional, keep pushing forward, and most importantly, be yourself. You've got everything you need to create the life you want.